When you get to my level of education, you become a coon or a Negro. And what's the difference between a coon and a Negro, Envy? The Negro is innocent in his ignorance. The Negro think Jesus is white. The Negro think white people are smarter. It's not his fault. He's been miseducated, Charlemagne. But the coon is dangerous. The coon knows Jesus wasn't white. The coon knows white people are not superior to blacks, but they will act like they are because they're going to get something for doing so. The coon consciously sells out his people. The Negro does it out of ignorance. I can work with a Negro. Never trust the coon. When you get to my level of education, you become a coon or a Negro. And what's the difference between a coon and a Negro?
One of the perks of a cross-country trip is stopping for a meal and meeting the friendly folks who make up the heart and soul of our country. Hello, we're from the Northeast. Okay, then. We'll do 55 pancakes to go.
Trump! 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 Trump!
Welcome to another, a second installment. So this is part 2 of as you see the title, Pan-Republicanism. Pretty much strikes back. This is just pretty much debunking all the lies, the mistruths of black conservatives and black MAGA morons. Particularly in this situation, as far as Brandon just pretty much lying to people, especially black people, as a pretend Pan-African. So part 2 is going to be a continuation of part 1, because it was just so, this guy lies so much on it's like, it's just so much. So it was hard for me to put it in one installment. So we're going to do the second installment, and I have like a lot of information as well. It could be a part 57 for all I care. But again, you know me, I'm going to bring the receipts. I'm just not going to talk off the cuff like that. Whatever I'm going to say, I'm definitely just going to show and prove. It's not like with these MAGA Republicans who show no proof, no evidence. They just state how they feel. You know, this is not Truth Social. This is not Stormfront. This is not Breitbart. No one cares about your feelings. Everyone wants to know, is your feelings backed up by evidence, right? Can you validate the truth to go align with your feelings? So without further ado, because I want to get into it, because I really want to have a lot to cover today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go a little further back when Brandon was covering Trump handing himself into Georgia, right, to Fulton County. So if all the things that they're saying is like, hey, this is not legitimate, and and Trump says not legitimate, I don't understand why he's surrendering, he's handing himself in. So that alone, to me, is hypocritical, right? Because if the court system have found nothing, criminal or anything like that, you could fight that in court. But we're going to get to how court proceedings and indictments work. But as of now, we're gonna go into the deep MAGA rabbit hole, to say, and we're gonna debunk it. So so everyone saw part 1, we already know that how valid the indictments are. We have proof, we have evidence, We have recording of Trump asking Ratzenberger to get more votes. He was hounding him for over an hour, right? As well as other people within the administration that corroborated that story. So we know now moving forward that the indictment and the charges are valid based upon evidence, right? But you know what? I'm going to do it earlier so we all could know what's going on. So I am. So hold on. Let me unshare this. I'm going to break down what an indictment is, because we're using words and some of us may not know what it means really, and we may have an idea. Oh well, the indictment means this, that, or it means this. So let's not do that. Let's start from square one. So when we say indictment, we're all on the same page and we know what an indictment is as far as like the legal process of what an indictment is. So if anyone was to Google here what an indictment is grand jury, felony cases only, right? So obviously he committed voter fraud. That's a felony case on a federal level. Presents the evidence against the defendant, which would be Trump, to the grand jury. Not one people, two, three people. You all should know how juries work. It's different people with it's a jury, right? You should know what a jury is, right? It's different kinds of people on the jury of all different walks of life and whatever, right? So it's not biased, right? Defendant to a grand jury. The defendant may also testify before the grand jury, right? The grand jury then decides if there is enough evidence to bring the case to trial. If the grand jury decides there is enough evidence, an indictment is issued. So let's go over that again, right? Presents evidence against the defendant. So there's evidence being presented, right? So when they say there's no evidence, what do they mean by no evidence? They will never get into you and tell you what this no evidence is. Obviously, there's evidence, but they don't go into saying, well, this evidence is fraudulent because of They don't do that. They just completely deny the whole thing and say it's being weaponized against the grand jury. The second part, the defendant, which is Trump, could testify before that same grand jury and say, well, hey, look, the alleged at that time during the grand jury, the alleged evidence is fraudulent because of this, that, and the other, and he has to provide corroborating alleged evidence to overturn the so-called evidence that's being used against him. That was not done, right? Because again, people, when Donald Trump found out that he lost, right? Because election fraud is something that is not only done in one state, it has to be widespread, right? It has to be widespread, right? So he went to court, 50 cases. Even Trump appointed judges said, well, the United States, you're not presenting any evidence. So that was overturned. So he could have, so let's say they're all screwed up, they're all corrupt, right? For argument, which is bullshit. But let's go with that. Here he has a second chance under a grand jury to say, hey, look, this is BS. Here is my evidence against the evidence that they're showing. Obviously, that didn't happen. So the grand jury, we're talking more than 3 people right here. A grand jury, several people, along with the judge, said that, hey, the evidence they have is good enough for the indictment, right? So they had, so basically, this is on when you go into trial, indictments, before indictments happen, you have a discovery process, pretty much where everyone gathers up the evidence and say, hey, look, this is evidence that we have. So because it may fall on face flat, anyone could accuse you of anything, right? Say, hey, look, you robbed the liquor store and you did some carjackings and stuff like that, and we have evidence that you did that. So during the discovery process, it's like, here is the evidence that we have. Right. And most of the times, most things don't even go to trial if there's not enough sufficient evidence. Things will move on to trial if there's enough evidence. So obviously there's enough evidence. So now that we know what an indictment means, right? An indictment means that enough evidence has been gathered, shown to a jury judges have looked over the evidence first to see, like, okay, this is credible evidence. And of course, in a democratic system, the person that's being charged can have a chance to defend themselves to overturn that evidence. Obviously, that wasn't done, right, in a sufficient way where the indictment was canceled. So the indictment was issued because there was enough evidence to prove what the prosecutors were saying. So now that's all cleared up, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, I forgot to do one thing, man. I really forgot to do one thing. We're gonna have to take it back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like I don't even know where my manners are. I do not know where my manners are. Like I can't do this now. So before every proceeding, right? So every ball game or every family get together, you know what I'm saying, we gotta have a little prayer. Or you see a national anthem, we have some church in this house. You know what I'm saying? So before I move forward, I'm gonna have someone just pray over this live stream real quick. So so you could you just have us in good spirits here. Just have us in good spirits. So let me see here. Hold on one moment, folks. I'm just trying to get it up. All right, here we go. So we're gonna have some Friday church in here right now. Right? Let this gentleman pray over the Black Critique congregation right now. Here we go. And I'm so gracious, I'm gonna let a Trumper do it.
Again, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald Trump. Please. I'm asking you. Please save me. Please save me. Please get these people away from me. In dear God's name, please stop these people.
Hallelujah.
They're breaking.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Told you it would be broken. Yes, sir.
Save him, Trump. Save him. We're gonna get him, Trump. Gotta save him. Bastard. Get him the bit.
I'm not doing anything, sir. I'm a believer in the Lord. I'm the Lord's child. I promise you. Give me a. Somebody tag in Donald Trump.
So, so basically, so now that prayer, amen, amen. I am sorry, amen, amen, amen. So so thank you, Jasper or Billy Bob or whoever the hell you are. Thank you for blessing the stream right now. For everything. So if you didn't know, that was obviously a Trump supporter that was going to have like a van full of explosives, getting ready to kill him and blow up Joe Biden. If you notice in the stream, it was a live stream that he was doing it. That so he said, "I'm going to save the country and Joe Biden," all this other maggot bullshit, right? So he got caught. That was like about 2 years ago or whatever, where he was caught doing that to do violence. Well, obviously we know MAGA Republicans are violent, so we're not gonna pretend there. So now that has happened, so we're gonna go back to our regularly scheduled program, right? Now that I broke down to you guys what an indictment consists of and how an indictment is issued, right? So we know the process now, right? So let's go to our regularly scheduled program of the fake Pan-African undercover Republican grifter, Brandon. And you're going to see his initial reaction to Trump turning himself in to Georgia, Fulton County, right, to get his mugshot taken. Fourth indictment, y'all. So four indictments. We just went through what you need for someone to be indicted, right? We're not talking about a hearing. We're not talking about some type of powwow or anything like that, right? We're talking about, no, we guys are up enough information legally to indict someone legally, and that's someone based on how they feel, how they feeling, or their political affiliation. Did this person committed a crime or not? So let's move forward.
When your my guy is out. Like, hold on. Trump didn't left the plane, Lord.
Trump then left the plane, Lord. Ooh, yeah. Look at him. Look at Brandon. He all happy and excited now. Ooh, okay.
Looking healthy. He's not falling down the steps.
This time.
He's not looking senile.
He's not falling down the steps. He's not looking senile. You know, Trump has stumbled many times. Remember going up that ramp, right? So he's not looking senile. But Trump is senile. Like, oh, Kofi, like, what are you talking about? Trump isn't senile. Biden's senile. Yes, Biden shows a lot of, like, you know, not cognitive at all due to age. Now, remember, Biden and Trump are pretty much the same age. They're not even 5 years apart, right? I forgot the exact age that they're about. I'm pretty sure it's not 5 years apart. So the same age range. And I would give it to you that Trump is way more lively than Joe Biden. I have eyes, and I have no reason to lie because I have no real dog in this fight. I don't like either one of them, right? But Trump is more lively. But Trump is senile. I'm gonna give you one instance because I need to, you know, I want to get through everything. There's been a lot of instances, but this is the latest instance of Trump being senile. So hold on. Again, guys, I keep telling you, I got the receipts. I just don't talk just to talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I'm not Republican. I'm not a Democratic shill and all this other nonsense. Right? So hold on a second. I'm gonna show you an instance where Trump where his financial life and kind of depended on it for him to have all of your mental capacity and your wits together. So hold on one moment. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Hold on. Come on. Where is it? So, oh man. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. While I look for this, please do remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's free to just like, share, and subscribe. I don't ask you for any cash apps, donations. Don't do that. I do this. This is basically just for the truth to be spread and the truth to be heard. So here is the instance of Trump completely going senile. So Donald Trump confuses Eugene Carroll with ex-wife in 2022 deposition video. So for any of you that don't know that, Trump for years, well, we all know Trump is a fucking nasty pedophile rapist, saying he wants to he wanted to have sex with his daughter and walking in on girls, on little teen girls, little girls on US pageants and stuff like that. And even Brandon says, so what? Who cares? They asked him to judge it. I got that on tape, on record, when I told him that, and Brandon's defense was, he asked him to judge it. Oh, well, what did you expect? If Trump was going to, judge some little teen, little Miss Beauty pageant, he has to walk in on them and see him naked. He asked him to judge it. So for years, she's been saying, hey, look, Trump raped me, Trump raped me, Trump raped me. So a couple months ago, it was adjudicated because he was saying he don't know her or anything like that. So Trump, again, Trump was a freaking loser, he lost that case and say, well, you have to pay her damages for defamation, right? Trump again, if you guys don't know, you can check this out. Trump again was interviewed talking about, hey, so what happened? So in that case, they say, well, he wasn't accused of guilty of rape. They couldn't prove that, but they were proved that of that he did sexually assault her. So that's what the charge was. That's what he was found guilty on. So that's why they paid the defamation lawsuit. He went out again and said that I don't know this woman. I don't know this woman. And she ended up suing him again. So that's coming soon. Right. So right here, you're gonna see he's gonna confuse Eugene Carroll with his ex-wife.
In front of you, a black and white photograph that we've marked as DJT23. And I'm going to ask you, is this the photo that you were just referring to?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And do you recall when you first saw this photo?
At some point during the process, I saw it. That's, I guess, her husband, John Johnson, who was an anchor for ABC. Nice guy. I thought, I don't know him, but I thought he was pretty good at what he did. I don't even know who the woman, let's see, I don't know who, it's Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah, that's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here. Oh,
The person you just pointed to was Eugene Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
And the woman on the right is your then wife.
I don't know,
Ivana?
this was the picture. I assume that's John Johnson. Is that Carol? Because it's very blurry.
So there you have it. He thought his ex-wife was Eugene Carroll, right? And it obviously wasn't. So maybe Trump is right. When you think about maybe, because if he's confusing Eugene Carroll for his wife, right? And he, gropes her or grab her by the pussy or whatever what Donald Trump does to women, maybe he's like, oh, why she's acting crazy? But I mean, that's still rape because you could kind of still rape your wife. But let's say the initial assault, right? Maybe he's innocent in his initial assault, and then later on down the line, he's just a sleazy piece of shit. Then yeah, I get it. But right there, you see him being senile. Right there, he does not know what his ex-wife looks like. Right. And this is talking, and this is like years ago. So he's been senile way before Joe Biden. If we give him the benefit of the doubt of saying, hey, look, they look alike, but he doesn't remember, so Trump must have been senile years ago, way ahead of Joe Biden. If he doesn't know what his ex-wife looks like, or they look the same, according to him, when they obviously look different. So there you go. That's proof right there that Trump is senile, probably been senile for a very, very long time, where the point it is costing him money as well as the American people. So you have someone that's senile and stupid, if you ask me, because you got millions, you being sued for millions of dollars. You would think, all right, let me get my shit together. I'm on the bench here. I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then you're like, all right, boom, I got it. But he don't got it because there's something wrong with him. Him or Joe Biden should not be president. None of them. It's worse if Trump is president, right? I'm very clear about that. But none of them should be president right now. Yeah, I said that. He said, all right, my favorite comment sent YouTuber comment saying, thank you very much, brother. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for that. I'm glad I'm not just staring into the abyss with the commentary. I'm glad you guys are taking this in. Thank you. So that's a show and prove right there that Trump has suffered from some form of dementia. So we're gonna go back to the Pan-Coonism love fest of Trump.
He doesn't look happy, but he's still in decent spirits.
He looks annoyed.
Yeah.
This is a minor annoyance.
Oh, my bad. I didn't go too far in the beginning. So this is America's first coon rifleman. This is the dude. So the guy that sounds like Carlton Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah, him. Yeah, he's just the normal average person who agrees with Brandon. Again, there's a bunch of coons that always agrees with him, obviously. And this is the same guy that said that he knows people that went to January 6th, right? And it was no big deal. They were just there to support Donald Trump, and they never broke into the Capitol. No one broke into all that shit. Just to give you guys a little background of who Brandon considers him credible. You know what I'm saying? Genuine, right? Intelligent, right? Pro-black. These are the people.
The Secret Service is there. They're still doing their job. And what I want to say to Americans, the true Americans here, be like the Secret Service. Just do your job. You know, when you're in the military and stuff, American First Rifleman, what do they tell you? Just do your job. Don't worry about the next guy's job. Focus on what you have to do, right?
So he's full of shit, obviously, and he's double talking. This is the same person that says the deep state, right? This is the same person that when I was on his stream last that we should get rid of the FBI. This is FBI. The FBI is a form of Secret Service. They all work for the government, right? So he's saying do their job. So they do their job when they're protecting Trump, when they're helping Trump. When Trump does something bad, and remember, the government is not above. The government supposed to pretty much support all Americans and uphold the law. But when Trump does something that goes against the law, then it's get rid of them because they think that Trump is above the law. They think Trump is the law. So when Trump does something and they go after Trump, it's like, oh, obviously these people are not Americans. They're not real Americans. Then they make up the term deep state. Oh my gosh, I hate them. Notice everyone that they don't like are people in government that upholds the law that takes Joe Biden accountable. And I'm gonna do whataboutism. Did Hillary Clinton do that one about the emails? No. Did they do that when it comes to Hunter Biden and all this Hunter Biden bullshit? Do you have Democrats and people saying it's a lie, it's a deep state, and they make up their fake terms of why it's really the government that's after Hunter Biden trying to hold him accountable? No, it's only the MAGA morons. It's only the MAGA morons that say that because they're in a cult and they don't think that deeply.
We as American people, Trump supporters, conservatives, we have to do our job. You got one job. Show your ass up and vote. I got a job as a black man who's a conservative in California. For the fact, what I got to do is make up for the fact that my state is for sure going blue by getting 20 people who normally wouldn't vote for Trump to vote for him. That's my job. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
And that's fine. I want to know how he's going to do it. How are you going to, someone that kind of have their ear to the ground, what's going on politically, don't give in to the nonsense. How are you going to convince these people of that? Not one issue voters, not like one issue voters on some nonsense, right? How are you going to convince these people? Let's find out how he's going to convince these people.
I need to get 20 people in another state to pledge that they're going to vote for Trump. And I might be taking pledges. I might be giving out gift cards for 20 people who from another state, a disputed state, that are going to vote for Trump. And it's going to come to that. It's going to come to
So, so instead of appealing to people's, how should I put this? Civic American duty to have them appeal to your candidate you feel is the best candidate for the presidency for the second time in a row. Instead of saying, hey, guy or gal, here are all the things that President Trump has done on the record, on the books, that would benefit you as an American versus what Joe Biden has done and not done. Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm going to bribe you and give you money and fly you out or whatever, which I don't think he's going to do. But I think if he had the financial capability and to do it, he would. I mean, Republicans have done that before. They did a lot of, they do gerrymandering and reorganize districts so it could favor them. To do that in Mississippi, they do that a lot because the Republican stance is never a popular stance. But this is what he's going to do, right? Which makes me think that he's going to get the most gullible, so kind of brain dead person that got less than 5 brain cells together to go do that, right? And how is that a W for you if you were to do that? This is how he's going to do it, because Republicans have no, you know what? I'm going to filibuster. Republicans have no policy that will directly benefit you. We're talking as a Black person in America. You want this person to represent you. This racist, ass, selfish, moronic, senile person to represent you.
To that, because these guys got their hooks so deep in some of these damn liberals and these independents and these socialist communists, right? Because that's who we're really battling against. We're not really battling against Democrats. We're battling against.
So again, I was on his channel. He agrees with socialism to a certain extent, but when I checked on him, I say he grows with socialism cold-heartedly. And I was basically talking about Social Security and other safety nets, right? So again, as usually, he's full of shit and he doesn't know what he's talking about. All he's trying to do is just demonize the other side so you won't take just a very simple look at his side. Because people are on the left are on a socialistic program due to, and I agree with that, due to what is going on with the country as far as especially locally and federal, right? So we have a homeless population, we have a mental illness population and stuff like that, and we have to I think the government should implement some socialistic programs, federal and locally, to combat those things, right? You don't need a conservative, which is basically a selfish thing. Well, I'm just gonna conserve what I have and all that. No, we have to think beyond that. And no one on the left is running on a communist platform. So he just told another lie as usual.
It's socialists and communists. People like Sabby Sab, Jimmy Dore, these type of people. These
bunch of far right wingers and drifter. Jimmy Dore used to be on the left, and he plays the middle, so he can't be labeled as one or the other. If you see him on my other past videos, I spoke about him before, and he's a piece of shit.
These people use fear of war as a justification to mislead people. But like I tell everyone, if these people...
So... You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone for another day. Fear of war. He almost got us in World War III with Soleimani. Just found out that he was threatening to go to war with China, and General I think it was General Mattis and a couple other people had to say, hey, because China was like, hey, look, don't worry about that. We are not going to war with you. We're not going to go to war with you. If we were, it would be a buildup. There's no buildup, and we will definitely tell you if we were or we're not. Please ignore Trump. Wow.
Feared war so much, why wouldn't they donate? Why wouldn't they support the only president in the last several years who's proven himself to be anti-war?
Because they're
Biden is
liars. They're not anti-war. They're liars.
They're
That
liars.
doesn't mean that much to them, because the thing about it is everybody knows if you keep consistently harping on one issue, then
what the truth is, and you know it's a bunch of bullshit. People. There's probably people in your chat, or they know somebody who's been charged by the police or the feds with a case, and everybody knew it was bullshit. And he said, "I ain't worried about it." They can't prove none of this shit.
Yada yada yada.
All they can do is lie on me. Now you might.
They say they can't prove any of it. So again, these are people that don't know what they're talking about, and they will not go into detail of them not knowing what they're talking about. Usually you'll say that, again, like I said, you don't know what's going on because of this. And this is why. This is what you're accusing me of, and I'm going to prove to you that what you're accusing me of is wrong. And they will go into detail, but they're not able or won't be able to do that because they know they're lying to themselves. So they join this coon ass echo chamber so they can just hear them say the same things and don't validate what they're saying. That's it.
All because a dude ran for president. That's it. Tell you something, man.
The legal system in this country is just totally corrupt.
Yeah, well, you know what it is our politicians. If people look at our politicians,
let's just, he's like the niggas for MAGA. That's like he's like the niggas for MAGA. Y'all don't know what that is? All right, in case y'all didn't see that one. These when I hear them talk, it just reminds me of these fools right here. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. I was like, yo, Kofi, what are you talking about? I'm about to show you. They sound like these fools straight up. They sound like the real deal MAGA coons. Hold on. Hold on. Sound like this fool right here.
President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades, make up charges and put them. So I know Trump is innocent.
So this is at when Georgia, in Fulton County in Georgia, when Trump was going to turn himself in. So he had all the niggas that came out.
I support Trump against this corrupt two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, niggas for Trump 2024. And I mean,
so I don't get it. You a black man or you a nigga? He said, I'm here to show my support to Trump as a black man. I'm for Trump, so niggas for Trump. In case y'all being be confused, let me clear something up for you guys. There's a difference between niggas and there's a difference between black people. Those two are not the same. And I don't think he knows that. And he thinks niggas is synonymous to black people. A nigga is basically pretty much when I call someone a nigga, I'm talking about their mental state. They have a plantation slave mentality. That's what I mean by nigga. Someone that's ignorant, unlearned, don't know who they are, what they are, and they pretty much fall by the wayside and they just fall into niggerism, right? Like this guy right here. So he says he's a nigga for Trump. And this is what Pan-Coonism strikes back. They're all niggas for Trump.
What do you think about the indictments?
Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's going around the country. You know, Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She full of shit. She was full of shit then. So
it's a bunch of melodrama. What do you think about the indictment? It's a bunch of bullshit. We just went over what it takes for someone to be indicted. Proof has to be presented. A jury has to look at that proof as well. The judge has to say, okay, if this is enough proof to even get a jury. They see the judge sees the proof, like, okay, this is enough sufficient evidence. Let's get a jury to see if this is enough evidence, and they'll all vote on it to see if an indictment should move forward. This happened. The jury said, yeah, this is more than enough evidence for it. Again, number one thing, Trump asked Ratzenberger to get him more votes. When he already knew, because already he lost. You know what I'm saying? The ship was in already. The votes were in already. He knew he lost, so that's why he's asking him to get more votes.
She's a puppet for the white liberal that is controlling everything. She's in front, but the white liberal back there pulling those strings, telling her what to do.
The right liberal back there is putting on the string. No, it's just the law. White liberals, even Republicans, because they make it seem like it's like a left versus right. They have a lot of Republicans that is pretty much is with the general consensus of that what Trump did was wrong, as far as from January 6th, taking documents, secret documents from the White House, and all these other things. So, like these. That's why people say you have to be in a cult, because once the evidence presents itself and everyone sees the clear evidence, and you still want to be stuck on no, he's innocent when there's obviously wrongdoing, there's something wrong with you. There's some cognitive dissonance happening there, and that needs to be addressed. But we all know that, yes, you are suffering from some type of emotional displacement or something, and which I just call a cult.
That's what I think about her, making a fool of herself.
Do you think it's going to help his election?
Of course it is. It's going to elevate him all the way. I think we should make Trump king. That's how I feel. We should make him king.
Wouldn't that be like kind of like communistic?
No, that's nowhere near communist. Now, we're just going to make him king, but we still got our freedoms and rights and everything. He for that. Yeah, Trump for king 2024.
So they want Trump to be king. And again, this is not surprising. And this is why they are in a cult. It's not, remember, they're supposed to be constitutionalists. We all know that a president can only serve 2 terms, a total of 8 years, right? And he's not the first person that said that. There's a lot of Trump supporters, diehard Trump supporters that say, oh, yeah, we should just make him president indefinitely. You're in a cult. Sorry. You're in a cult. I think that the people on the Supreme Court should have a limit. I don't think it should be a lifelong position, because you're saying for like you're going to be just as honorable and you're just as good as you were coming in the next 10 or so years. I mean, Clarence Thomas was a coon from pretty much from the jump, but at least you know what, his term will be up. So I don't care if it's a Democratic, if it's a Democratic appointed judge or Republican appointed judge. I don't think positions where you serve the people should be a lifelong position. I just don't think that should be a thing. I shouldn't, because then they know they could do wrong and they won't be able to be replaced. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have political tenure.
That's actually my URL. I own that URL.
You own that URL?
I can't get your name.
Really? Oh, my name is Niggas for Trump 2024.
I can't
Derek
write that.
Gibson,
That's my nigga.
You saw the white dude? That's my nigga. And he don't care. I know some of you are like, hey, yeah, you've been through this already, but I really want to drive this home that Trump supporters are self-hating, self-loathing coons. They are not, they know that they have to play the position of being a beta bitch in order to be around white power, right? And that's what they have to do. I'm a former candidate for New York State Governor, Derek Gibson. Candidate for New York State Governor, Derek Gibson. Former candidate. I'm a former candidate for New York State Governor, Niggas for Trump 2024.
I can't
Derek
write that.
Gibson, former
white guy. My nigga. That's a white guy. That's not Drake or some high yellow guy by the complexion of his skin and the sound of his voice. That is a white dude. That's a white dude saying the N-word. And this stupid bitch is grinning like it's cool, it's okay. And he's ignoring us. Okay, yes, I'm a nigger. Yeah, okay, I'm a nigger.
A nigga.
Former candidate. My name is Niggas for Trump 2024.
I can't
Derek
write that.
Gibson,
That's my nigga.
Former candidate. I'm a former Niggas for Trump 2024.
I can't
Derek
write that.
Gibson,
That's my nigga.
Former candidate. I'm a former candidate for New York State Governor.
Come on, guys. Come on. And Brandon showed this, right? It was another American black. I forgot his channel, the Black Conservative, right? and then Brandon showed the Black Conservative of him posting this, and they had no condemnation for this guy. They just found him hilarious. Oh, the guy is funny. Yo, ha, 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 ha. Trump wants to be king. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. It's all fun and games. Ha ha. He's a nigger. Ha 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 ha. And then when you say these, if you're a Black Republican, you're a fucking coon, they get mad. Where on the left does this happen? Where on the left does this happen? The opposite happens on the left. We get mad when Democrats will put on kente cloth and all this dumb shit that they do, right? Instead of on putting policy down, right? They do all this symbolism nonsense, right? Which is also disrespectful, but nothing to the level of this. Like it gets more niggerish, y'all.
Governor Derek Gibson, look me up. Nigga, I'm there. I live up to it too. I can scrap too, but I can get down.
He says, I'm a nigga. I live up to it too. I can scrap, meaning fighting.
Too, but I can get down, boy. Not better, I can. I got a proven track record. You want to try me out? Try to take this shirt off. I'll give you some.
I need everybody off the roadway.
Sir,
I need everybody
take care of yourself, brother.
Off the roadway.
What the fuck, y'all? Come on, man. Come on, y'all. This is some bullshit. And the thing about it is, like, in this day and age, there's so much information that's out there. There's so much things that is being said. They either ignore it or they try to spin it as in, no, don't believe your lying ears. That's not what it means. It really means this. You know, that's why, Black people like this are extremely dangerous. Now, I know there's Black people like that agree with this, but when you take on a Pan-African mantra, a very pro-Black mantra, and you spit on it and you shit on it and you disrespect it and saying, well, these are my views, I hold these views and a Pan-African view at the same time, you should be an outcast out of Black society. Is how I feel. Everyone should look at you like, oh, yeah, that person is a pretender. He's not really pro-Black. He's pro-white. He's pro-white supremacy. He's pro everything that's not Black. You know, if this yes, it is a total embarrassment. It is. And that's what I'm saying. You can't be embarrassed if you don't have any shame. That's what it is. My grandmother used to say, you do certain things, she'd be like, bye, you don't have any shame? Because certain things people do is shameful, and you should be ashamed of certain things. But I don't think they have any shame to be shameful, to be embarrassed about. Really. What's up, Naps? Long time no hear. Okay, he said, wait, the rifle clown actually said he would have gotten involved with the January 6th of October. I must have missed that one or forgot it. I'm telling you, man. When people tell you who they are, believe them. When people tell you who they are, believe them. So America's first coon rifleman is supposed to be. Remember, during January 6th, you have people there with Confederate flags. You have people there with Blue Lives Matter flags. You had if you check on my stream a while back, when I was covering in January 6th and January 6th hearing, they had a Black Capitol Police officer. He says he's never been called the N-word until January 6th. And they start calling him nigger, and this nigger voted for Joe Biden. And then he spoke to other Black Capitol Police officers, and they said they had the same experience of them calling them niggers. This is the crowd that he wants to be with. This is the pro-Black Pan-African crowd, according to Brandon. I just got receipts, man. I'm just asking him questions. You cannot go on his channel and ask him questions because he's gonna get in his little fat CeeLo Green chubby feelings, and then he's gonna kick you off. That's it. He's gonna say, "Well, I'm not like Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed will kick you off. Talk about your mama and how and you a hoe and he'll just mute you and kick you off." He does the same thing. He does the same thing. And when I say here, like, oh, so you're gonna be like a like Tariq Nasheed, and you're gonna meet me, gonna come up, yeah, my channel. Dude is a hypocrite. Dude is a hypocrite through and through. So hold on, let's continue. I'm about to wrap this portion up. Hold on, let me get back. All right.
Politicians as a separate group. Politicians are like the Hollywood people. They're in their own class and their own group. As long as they're ruling over you, everything's peachy, according to them. Everything is peachy. Trump was a threat because he said, I'm going to pull the sheet off this bullshit.
I was just one thing he said when he says Trump said he's going to pull the sheet off the bullshit. So I think I had that on my channel too. Remember when Dave Chappelle, he did a Saturday Night Live and he lives in Cleveland. So he was talking about there's a very, very conservative section of Cleveland where all the white people are and stuff like that like Trump. And he said the thing about, they said they like about Trump, and Dave Chappelle, I'm paraphrasing here. He said Trump was the first person you could say that said, you see that White House stood in front of the White House. You say, see that White House? Everything they said that's going on in there is they're corrupt. They don't care. They just care about themselves and for the rich and shit like that. They're doing all that crooked shit. And what did Trump do when he got elected? Went right back in the house and did the same thing he was complaining about. So again, these guys like to tell the half-ass truth. They like to tell the half-ass truth. So anyway, I'm gonna start it from here. You see, we about to finish this segment.
Said because of the optics of election interference, that was bad timing. Although this ain't election interference, if you let them tell it.
Oh, well, we all know, everyone knows it's election interference. The problem is you have some liberals who are so hysterical with Trump derangement syndrome, they don't care. They don't care because these people believe this shit. These people say, hey, Trump gonna have us back and change all this stuff. But I keep telling people, Trump was already president for 4 years. Did he put you in chains? So why you sit up and entertain stupidity?
Yep. Matter of fact, with that being said, do you know anybody?
He's about to speak.
Member?
He's about to speak.
It's a very sad day for America. They should.
Yo, look how this nigga's eyes just light up. He about to speak. Oh, I'm about to speak like he bust a nut on himself just now. Hold on, let me rewind that back. Like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck? He about to speak. He about to speak, y'all. He about to speak. Like, what the hell? Him and Tariq Nasheed, I don't know. This is Bucci Bear, but you know, I don't know, man. That don't sound right there. Oh, let's even get this again.
Do you know anybody?
He's about to speak.
Member?
He's about to speak.
You saw how his eyebrows are up? He about to speak. he about to speak.
A very sad day for America. This should never happen.
Yo, this is freaking sad, man. Look. If Brandon's bisexual and he likes orange men, hey, that's fine. You know, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the persona that you portray. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very questionable. This well, I would see it from my perspective, this blind admiration and man love that you have for someone who doesn't give two hoots about you and people like you, even white people, even his own people in his own cabinet that he throws under the bus and fires. I only hire the best people in my administration. And then when they do something he don't want to do, or there's like, shit, I ain't getting in trouble for your orange punk ass, and I'm going to tell the truth, like Jeff Sessions and stuff like that. Why didn't you recruit yourself? Or you fire Rex Tillerson and all this other shit. And then he talks shit about William Barr, because William Barr is like, nah, dude, there's no election fraud. I looked at everything. There's no sign of election fraud whatsoever. You know, but hey.
If you challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election. I thought the election was a rigged election, a stolen election, and I should have every right to do that. As you know, you have many people that you've been watching over the years do the same thing, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Stacey Abrams or many others. When you have that great freedom to challenge.
You could challenge an election as he did and lost. So when you use Hillary Clinton and Stacey Abrams, did Stacey Abrams call Kemp or the person running the election board say, yo, give me more votes, give me more votes, give me more votes? So this irrational comparison that Trump does and his little MAGA fags that's sitting there like, yeah, and they don't care. They don't challenge him because they believe everything he says. They think Trump is the second coming of Christ and Muhammad and Yahweh and Elohim all in one. They don't challenge it, right? That's an irrational comparison.
You have to be able to, otherwise you're going to have very dishonest elections. What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. I've never had such support. And that goes with the other ones too. What they're doing is election interference. They're trying to interfere with an election. There's never
that, and this makes no sense. So we could say, well, let's say the timing could have been more expedient, could have been quicker, right? That's fair to say, right? But to call election interference is disingenuous. It's happening during a time where it could affect the election. Yes. That's like me saying, well, I just sold this 8-ball to this undercover officer and I'm going on vacation and I just got hit with a bench warrant of me selling this 8-ball. And like, well, they're trying to fuck up my vacation, y'all. They're just trying to fuck up my vacation. Look, they're interfering in my vacation because they don't like me. That's equivalent to what he's doing. That's equivalent to what he's doing. If I committed the crime a year ago, I could say, hey, man, I did that a year ago. Why y'all hit me with this? I'm about to go to Egypt and I'm going to Sudan and Zimbabwe after that. They don't want me. See, they don't want me to go to Africa, y'all. They don't want me to go to Africa. They interfere in my vacation. Okay, that may be true, but did you or did you not do the crime? Yeah, but it's stupid. It's like the whole whataboutism. Well, what about this? You saying what about that person doing it doesn't exonerate you from the crime that you did. You know that, right? So even if you say, hey, look, that person wasn't as persecuted or prosecuted like how I am, yeah, but that's not a defense on your behalf. But whatever, we let them tell it.
Never been anything like it in our country before. This is their way of campaigning. And this is one instance, but you have 3 other instances. It's election interference. So I want to thank you for being here. We did nothing wrong at all. And we have every right, every single right to challenge an election that we think is dishonest. So we think it's very dishonest. So thank you all very much. And I'll see you very soon. Thank you.
So let's go back where hold on. Where Brandon busted a nut in his pants because his boyfriend was about to talk.
He put you in chains. So why you sit up and entertain stupidity?
Yep. Matter of fact, with that being said, do you know anybody?
He's about to
family
speak.
Member?
Right there. He about to speak. He got hard for Trump. And people just like him, the Republicans that have the same man crush for Donald Trump, they get hard just for Trump. They literally get hard for Trump. Oh, I'll show you. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. again, I'm not I'm not making it up, man. I'm not making it up. It's a thing with these quote unquote straight males with families that have family values. Hold on. Let me show you guys. All right. Yeah. Look at this, guys. Gays for Trump.
This with a unblemished record of heterosexuality. He looks good. And he looks hard.
This man has an erection.
My wife says he looks fierce. He looks hard.
Still has an erection.
Today, Donald Trump's mug.
He about to speak. He looks hard.
Unblemished record of heterosexuality. He looks good. And he looks hard.
This man has an erection.
My wife says he looks fierce. He looks hard.
Still has an erection.
Today, Donald Trump's mugshot is the Rage Against the Machine cover shot. And it's not Rage Against the Machine. It's Rage Against the Regime.
Everyone on Instagram is now posting that as their profile picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's legendary.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
The Republicans and the populace love it because they love him.
Yeah.
And they understand that it's him in an act of defiance.
Yeah.
He is not.
How is that an act of defiance when you turn yourself in? Act of defiance is saying, F you, this is all bullshit. You have no legal precedence. Come get me. That's defiance. That pouty mouth, they're making me do this. And take a picture like, take a picture like that all mad and your face screw up and everything like that. That's what any part of that is defiance. None of that is defiance. But again, let them tell it. They have to spin this.
Now seen by non-political folks as a rebel, an outsider with swagger. And as one black lady I spoke with earlier today here in New Orleans said, Trump's a gangster. And that
Trump's a gangster. No, you spoke to a nigga. That's who you spoke to. You speak to any real intelligent black person that's gonna say Trump's a gangster. Like, no, you were speaking to some niggas. If the story you're saying is true, because this is Fox News.
means he has cred.
This guy has never talked to a single black person.
But they are so dumb to give us the symbol. That right there will now be the bat symbol.
Here's a quick rule of thumb, Chuckles. If you notice anyone out there saying that Donald Trump's mugshot is cool, you will realize pretty quickly that those people are not cool.
They understand that it's him in an act of defiance.
Yeah.
No. They hate him. 35% of people like him. That's not a populace. The 53% of people who back the indictments, that's a majority. But why would I expect you to be cool? You're on the Tim Pool cast, the Timp cast, and that guy wears his beanie indoors. I mean, it's his studio. Doesn't he control the air conditioning? No grown man gets chicks because he has a sword.
He looks hard. He looks good. And he looks hard.
Guys who say that masculinity is dead and call us all gay and then turn around and gargle Trump's balls.
He looks hard. He looks good. And he looks.
Call us all gay and then turn around and gargle Trump's balls.
He looks hard. He looks good. And he looks hard.
You look like you're getting hard.
Today, Donald Trump's mugshot is the Rage Against the Machine cover shot. And it's not Rage Against the Machine. It's Rage Against the Regime.
Ew, dude. That's like, look.
What is that? Yo, guys, man. What is, I don't know, maybe it's a gay bisexual thing that these guys have for Trump. I don't know. Like, what it is, he looked like he busted his pants too, like Brandon. Like, what the hell?
Look, Little pre-cum came out.
It's so weird. Now he joins Frank Sinatra. He joins Elvis Presley. He joins Johnny Cash and Tupac Shakur.
I love this game. He also joins all of these people. He does not join Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra got that mugshot for the crime of seduction. Not even making it up. Trump got arrested for putting boxes near a toilet and pathetically begging the Secretary of State of Georgia to cheat for him because he lost so bad.
Everything that I said. It's everything that I said. This is all evident. You see the pictures of, we all saw the pictures of him with the boxes in the shower, by the toilet, on a stage. Come on, y'all.
Could feel the
It's a good
excitement
picture.
in Atlanta when Trump was in town about to be processed.
Yeah, they were excited he was getting arrested. If only there was some way to know whether people in Atlanta like Trump. There is. They don't like him. I'll tell you exactly what's happening here. Everybody knows that this indictment, the crimes, they're all bad for him, but they can't admit that. They're all just calling Trump cool so he'll like them, which is like
Pretty much. Oh man, this is sad, man. This is very, very, very sad. And these are the type of people, right, that we're dealing with. So when I hear Brandon talks and he's all literally brown nosing or orange nosing for Trump, he's all up Trump's ass with a grin, right? And and gets happily delighted and hard when he sees him. I kind of understand where this is coming from. I mean, the links in the chat if anybody wants to put in their 2 cents or whatever. There's another segment here I want to show you. I don't know if I have enough time to squeeze it in. I think I'm going to try to squeeze it in. I don't know what. I think I have time because I got something I gotta do. But fuck it. Let me see how far I can get with this. Right. So that was pretty much the end of that. Oh, I forgot. I forgot this one. There's this other dude like the niggas for Trump. That sounds like a goddamn idiot. Where is he? Where is he? Come on. Hold on a second, y'all. I just saw the dude, man. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I just saw the cotton picking fool. So like I said, the link's in the chat. Please remember to share and subscribe. I would appreciate it if you do. Oh, I forgot. I forgot one thing. I gotta go over a couple of things. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that guy soon. But when they say Trump is not racist, remember, Trump wanted Black Lives Matter protesters to be shot, says former defense secretary. So it was when they were on the Black Lives Matter protests and it was out over there. He couldn't stand them. He didn't like it, right? He wanted them shot.
But Trump is not racist. He's making that not racist. He's not gonna have you in chains.
Nah, he's just gonna have you shot. Stay your black ass home, and you get mistreated by cops. Oh well, Blue Lives Matter. Sit your black ass down and shut up. Right. So, out of many examples, here is an example. You guys could research that. Right. There's another thing I wanted to show you guys. I was having so much fun. I freaking forgot about it. Hold on one sec. Hold on one second. So again, another Republican thing they talk about, like it hasn't been adjudicated. So they talk about Hillary Clinton's emails, right? And right here, so remember, Hillary Clinton, there was a probe into her emails, and they did find out what it was, and she did mishandle information, classified information, but they say it was not deliberate. So they see the email trail, whatever. She had her own server. She was careless, right? And they adjudicated. So when they say, what about Hillary Clinton versus all this other stuff? And like, oh, the Republicans, I mean, the Democrats did nothing. They didn't try to prosecute her or nothing. That's not true, right? As you can see here. And it wasn't nothing compared to Trump deliberately taking, and then when asked to give it back, say no. And then after the National Archive try to press him for it, going to tell his lawyers to hide it. And it had national secrets on it. And something just came out, I think, Friday, where he told the Australian prime minister or something like that about the United States submarine secrets and shit like that. Like, come on, man. Come on, y'all. So, and there's, what's the other thing? This is the final thing I got to show you. So, you got that about the emails, right? So, okay, yeah. No one was really saying lay off at Hillary Clinton and all this other stuff, but you would think that Donald Trump will be, because since he's such upstanding guy that's gonna hold the rule of law and everything, you think that he would never do anything like that, or anyone in his cabinet. But you had Ivanka and Jared Kushner that took a couple billion from the Saudis. They did that. Ivanka Trump, don't lock me up. Ivanka Trump defends use of private email, says not like Clinton. The hypocrisy, y'all. The hypocrisy. So you see right there, right? They're always full of shit. They're always full of shit. And no one was again. Democrats were saying lock Ivanka up. They weren't doing that. They weren't doing that. They'll have every right to do that if they wanted to, but they didn't do it. So hold on. So you know what? I got one more kernel right here. You could go. I got one more kernel right here, so y'all could, because I really wanted to show this one. Hold up. So remember, niggas for Trump and all the other stuff, and saying it, I told you, like, well, it's not just him. There's a lot of MAGA-tars that say the same thing. And Nick Fuentes, we all know Nick Fuentes. Brandon also defended Nick Fuentes and say what he's saying was right, because black people ain't this and black people ain't that and black people ain't shit and niggas don't want to go to work and niggas don't, the whole Republican self-loathing thing, whatever. And he's defending him and Kanye West. So here we go.
What he's saying. Credit to Right Wing Watch here and Brian Tyler Cohen for bringing it to my attention. Let's watch.
Forget the Constitution. I swear allegiance to Donald Trump. I swear allegiance to America. And I swear allegiance to God and Jesus Christ. That's our pledge. That's our oath. Long live the president. Long live the rightful king of America. Not a Roman salute, but a regular salute. We salute you, our leader, our hero. God bless you. Pray for our president, our real president.
The thing that's...
Yeah. That happened. So, again, they want him to be king. Now, Brandon, I don't know. Maybe I might be giving too much credit too early. Brandon is not going to be stupid enough to say Trump should be king. Because even when the nigger for Trump said that, they all laughed it off. They didn't condemn him. They laughed it off, knowing that's a normal thing within their cult. Knowing that's just a normal consensus in their cult. Because if you think right now and say, you know what? I mean, there's also, wow, so much information comes from that. There's also, do I have that on Truth Social? Shit. I had a post of Trump posting on Truth Social saying that he wants to get rid of the Constitution because certain things is holding him accountable according to the Constitution. So he wants to get rid of the Constitution. right? So if you were to tell Republicans right now, like, oh, you know what? Forget about that old stupid constitution written by a bunch of old farts. You know what? From here on out, you can be king. Trump can be king right now. How many of those same diehard MAGA cults is going to say, well, whoa, hold on now. I don't know about that. They're going to be happy as pig and shit. But I'm real Americans, right? Just like FBA holding a flag out over there, just like the white race is saying, we're real Americans. But fuck the Constitution. That isn't how it works. The Constitution is the foundation of America. Its bills, its amendments, all those things make what America is today as of right now. So you just can't say, "Oh, the hell with America," the hell with the Constitution. You can't do that. You can't do that. Those two things have to exist in the same space. You take one out, you don't have the other, right? So let me hold on. Let me see if I can find. I had it right here, man. Had it right here, man. What's going on, man? Oh, man. Are you serious? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get this one thing. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna be looking for this thing. Hold on 1 second.
When you get to my level of education, you become a coon or a Negro. And what's the difference between a coon and a Negro, Envy? The Negro is innocent in his ignorance. The Negro think Jesus is white. The Negro think white people are smarter. It's not his fault. He's been miseducated, Charlemagne. But the coon is dangerous. The coon knows Jesus wasn't white. The coon knows white people are not superior to blacks, but they will act like they are because they're going to get something for doing so. The coon consciously sells out his people. The Negro does it out of ignorance. I can work with a Negro. Never trust the coon. When you get to my level of education, you become a coon or a Negro. And what's the difference between a coon and a Negro, Envy? The Negro is innocent in his ignorance. The Negro think Jesus is white. The Negro think white people are smarter. It's not his fault. He's been miseducated, Charlemagne. But the coon is dangerous. The coon knows Jesus wasn't white. The coon knows white people are not superior to blacks, but they will act like they are because they're going to get something for doing so. The coon consciously sells out his people. The Negro does it out of ignorance.
Yeah, never trust the coon. So I have a little bit. I'll play the audio for it so you guys could hear it. Hopefully you should be able to hear it. So I'll play it right now. This is another MAGA nigga for Trump.
Trump ain't do nothing to nobody, man. Free Trump, yo. Knock my man Trump off, man. That's crazy. I wake up to that shit, man. My man Trump was chilling, trying to get y'all locked up. Trump, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. Who else they knocked off? My little man, Taiwan. You know, you already locked up? The motherfucker created child support. That's what the fuck they need to lock up, man. Seriously. Free Trump, yo.
So you heard that at the end, he said what they need for those y'all don't speak too much country. He said, well, who they need to lock up is the guy who invented child support. So you kind of know what type of person this guy is. He sounds slow to me anyway. So you know the type of person this person is right now. You know what I'm gonna do? Have another segment. I don't want to bury it with this one. I'm gonna do another one either tomorrow or on Monday. Another segment that's a little bit more current. I'm gonna do this. It'll be my last one, I guess, on politics as of right now. Nothing else crazy doesn't pop up or show up, but I got another one coming up. I'm gonna probably do it either tomorrow or on Monday, maybe. I don't know. I'll see. But again, I just did this video so any of you guys know or know anyone that watches conservative channels or black conservative channels or pretend Pan-African channels that people swear they're Pan-African and they're and you know they get hard when they see Donald Trump and busting their pants. You know that they full of shit when they don't challenge the allegations, when they just believe everything they say cold-heartedly. You know, so yeah, I'm going to try to see if I do another one as soon as possible because, again, just showing and proving and really showing you that these guys have a homosexual, erotic asphyxiation with Donald Trump that is astounding to me and kind of nauseating to witness. Grown men that has this, but hey, it exists. You know, there's a kink for everybody, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'll end it probably with this saying for Marcus Garvey, as you see here, as of to what Pan-Africanism is as far as each other around the world, how we should look at each other and how we should see ourselves. So Garvey says the time has come for the black man to forget his hero worship of other races and make creations and emulate heroes of his own. That's what Marcus Garvey has said. So I'm not saying that white people can't be an ally or be good. That's not what I'm saying. To emulate and hold Trump to such a high esteem other than any other black people, and you claim to be a Pan-African is extremely problematic. And the thing that I've noticed, what person, I never seen a black conservative hold a black man to high esteem as they do Trump. Unapologetic black man, not one that holds allegiance to white supremacy and white heroes. Not a black person like Thomas Sowell, Jesse Lee Peterson, and guys like that just they probably got a Confederate flag tattoo on their balls and on their ass. I'm talking about a proud black man who's proud to be black and love his people unconditionally, right? They don't have any person. I never see him present anyone like that. But anyway, y'all, thank you all for listening as usual, right? I'll try to be back with something again soon. And again, just please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share it all around. I really don't want to do too long a live because I really want to get the message through. I don't want people to say, "Oh my gosh, it's over an hour," and then it's like, you know. But I really want to just cut to the point and get it because I know it's probably a lot of information overload, and I don't really want to do that. But it is what it is. I enjoy doing it. Hopefully you guys enjoy doing it. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later and have a good weekend. Oh, so should you know what? Before we go, this is what I like to do. Before we go, because every time you have a session and stuff like that, right? You started everything out with prayer. We got to end with prayer, right? The guy prayed us in, he's gonna have to pray us out. He should be able to pray us out. I don't see how that could be a problem. He should be able to pray us out. So let him pray us out. Come on, feller, pray us out.
Tag in Donald Trump. Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald Trump. Please. I'm asking you. Please save me. Please save me. Please get these people away from me. In dear God's name, please stop these beautiful people. They're breaking.
Amen. No, save me, Trump. Don't get me. There's a black one over there. Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Lord. I'm a dear God-fearing Christian. You bastards doing to me.
I'm not doing anything, sir. I'm a believer in the Lord. I'm the Lord's child. I promise you.
And the Lord told you to commit violence. Peace, y'all.
Has become crooked Joe